Greetings! I'm Anthony Elmore, President and Founder of the Proud Black Buddhist World Association. We at the Proud Black Buddhist World Association are not only the Black Buddhist voice in America, we are the Black Buddhist voice in the world. And we have another one of our exciting Black Buddhist lectures for you today. Now please understand that we at the Proud Black Buddhist World Association present to you Black Buddhist lectures. We are like a black radio station. It means that we are cultural, not racial. So when we speak in the dialect of our black culture. Now, there's a lot that's going on here. You see, there's culture, there's history, and there is language. Our topic for today is the Christian Lord's Prayer or Buddhist Teachings. The Nirvana Sutra says all non-Buddhist teachings are Buddhist teachings, not non-Buddhist teachings. Now, let's go into study of the Lord's Prayer. And I want you to understand that the Lord's Prayer is not just a Christian. First of all, the Buddha or Jesus is actually the Buddha. We're not going to get into that now, but let's get into the Lord's Prayer. And the Gosho says that all non-Buddhist teachings, or the scriptures of non-Buddhist teachings, are Buddhist teachings, not non-Buddhist teachings. Let's start with one of the main teachings of the Christian religion. It says, and most of you know the Lord's Prayer, it says, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Now, can't no Japanese get down like Anthony Elmore, and can't nobody get down and tell it to you like Anthony Elmore can tell it to you, but I'm going to tell it to you. The Lord's Prayer does not reference God. The Lord's Prayer is a Buddhist mantra. It says, listen very carefully, it says, Our Father. Now, when you study the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha says, I am the Father of the world. It says, who art thou in heaven? The Lotus Sutra teaches us that heaven is inside ourselves, as it is on this earth. The Lotus Sutra does not say heaven is somewhere in the sky. The Lotus Sutra tells us that heaven is inside ourselves because it talks about the 10 worlds. You got hell, hunger, animality, anger. You got humanity. You got the world of heaven, which is the 6th world. Then you got learning, self-realization. You got the world of Bodhisattva and the world of Buddhahood. These are worlds that exist within inside of you. And it's the Lotus Sutra that teaches you that God exists inside of you. Yes, there's a God. Yes, there's a God. Because the God exists within your life. And when you look and when you read the Lotus Sutra talks about an eternal Buddha who have lived 1 billion trillion zillion years, who says his life is eternal. This is what the Lotus Sutra teaches. So when you do the Lord's Prayer, and it says, Our Father who art thou in heaven, heaven exists inside of you. Hallowed thy name. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is the name of the Lotus Sutra. Hallowed thy name. That is the name of the Lotus Sutra. Thy kingdom come. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the will of the Buddha is within you. He says, on earth as it is in heaven. It's right there. He said, give us this day. This day is now. The Lotus Sutra teaches that there are 10 worlds and a momentary state of existence. And when it gives us this day, we're talking about now, and the Lord's Prayer is talking about Buddhism. He said, derived, and forgive our trespasses. What is our trespasses? The things that we do wrong. It is the attitude. It is the practice. It says, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Buddhism is a religion of forgiveness. And we practice to forgive because this is the teachings of the Lotus Sutra. And it says, lead us not into temptation. Lead one not into temptation means lead us into wisdom. Because through chanting, there is wisdom, ladies and gentlemen. The Lord's Prayer ain't got nothing to do with no God. It does not mention God. It said, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from evil. That is to practice the right way, to practice the Dharma, which is the right thinking, the right practice, the right speech. It is the right livelihood. It is the right concentration. It is doing the right things. That is the Dharma, the Eightfold Path. And when you read the Lord's Prayer, this is a Buddhist document, not a non-Buddhist document.